can't stand the Waterfords, and I hope they get every single bad thing that they got coming to them as soon as possible. Hey everyone, it's Sharana from Pay or Wait, and today I'm going to be reviewing The Handmaid's Tale Season 2, Episode 10, The Last Ceremony. And first and foremost, let me apologize because I never got around to re-recording last week's episode because I had to rush out of town, then got stranded out of town. It was a lot going on, y'all, so I apologize, but I'm going to make sure that I talk loud so you guys can hear me. So I should have known that there's going to be it was going to be a lot with this episode, because anytime that they go ahead and give a little disclaimer that there's going to be some sensitive scenes that people are going to see, I knew that it was going to be a bit much for this episode, more than normal, okay? And so at the beginning of the episode, we see it opens up with the ceremony happening with Emily. And I ain't even going to say ceremony, y'all. Let's call it what it was. Emily was getting raped. She was getting raped, and basically, as the guy was climaxing, I don't even know if he was climaxing, but this fool, he had a heart attack. It was like he had a heart attack. He fell down. His wife was like, help me. And then when Emily was like, it's better if I just, keep my legs up and lay on my back so, there'll be better chances. I almost died. I was like, Emily, you are so petty, but I'm here for this pettiness. And when she kicked him on the ground, I was just like, ooh, Emily, you ain't right. But that's why Emily, one of my favorites. She one of the real MVPs when she was all about her rebellion and things like that. And so it then cuts to June, who is out shopping, and we see that she is with Eden. Eden still bothers me, y'all. I don't know why this little girl bothers me, but she really does. Then her and the little guard, they having a moment. I'm just like, this is not right, y'all. This is not right between you guys. And so we see that June is overhearing the other handmaids who are basically whispering about things that were happening with Emily's person falling over. I don't know, did he die? I think he did die. I think he ended up dying. So we see that June tries to talk to her, and she was trying to encourage her, hey, Moira, I guess she made it. She made it to Canada. She survived. And Emily's just I don't really care. You can tell that Emily's spirit is really broken, and she really is just giving up. And June was like, you cannot give up. You have a son. And then she's like, the son doesn't have a mother anymore. And I was just like, man, y'all can't take Emily from me, y'all. You broke June a couple episodes ago, and now you done broke Emily. It's just too much. But yeah, so in the course of being in the grocery store, we see that June goes into labor. And so we see everybody's rushing. They sound the bells. They take her back. And we see that it cuts to Eden looking at Nick and how he's carrying June up, helping June up the steps. And then we see Serena kind of pray over the baby. And then June makes a comment only God knows the time. And so we see that they're going frantic. All the handmaids are coming over to kind of help her through the labor. And we see that the wives have come to help Serena through her portion. I just think it's so dumb. Why are y'all going through this fake labor thing you're pregnant? It just don't make no damn sense. But yeah, and so we see that Aunt Lydia comes and grabs Serena, and then she goes in and she tells her oh, it's just Braxton Hicks. She's not really in labor. And then the doctor comes to check her out. But if you saw that look that June gave Serena, because she was just Beesh, I know that you knew that you weren't in labor yet. And she was just playing around with her. And she did all of this to just cause a scene, get Serena's hopes up, to then let her down. And so we see that Serena kind of makes the comment, that, Aunt Lydia says, I know you guys have been through a lot and we want to get this pregnancy over with. And then Serena's just yeah, we're going to send her off to another district after she has the baby. And then June was like, yeah, you know what? You're right, Serena, because I think the distance will be good for us. And so I just I cannot with you guys. You were just bonding 2 episodes ago, and now we're back to this. What happened to that female empowerment? I thought that June was winning Serena over, and she was going to help Serena realize the error of her ways when she came up with this stupid little Gilead concept that the men basically took over and ruined even more. So during the course of all of this, we see that, let me make sure I got my notes right. Okay, so we see that after everything has happened, that June goes to talk to Commander Waterford. And so she basically goes and asks him, like, hey, Serena wants to move me to another district. And, can you please have her move me to the district that my daughter Hannah is in? And I was just like, June, like, I really think you be asking for a lot. Like, I get it. Like, you only got one shot. Like, go ahead and shoot your shot. But I think that some of the things that you be asking to do is just a bit much. And then when she was kind of like, if you have the power to do so, because you knew that was going to do something to his weak ego that he has already. And so he got mad and he was just like, I think that we've indulged you too much. You're asking for too much. And he basically tells her to get out. And then she like leans over and is just like, you know what? I know that it's probably hard for you to understand since you would never have any children of your own flesh and blood. And I was like, damn, June, like, you just gonna throw it in his face that Nick is the baby daddy and he already know that? Like, are you trying to make him even more upset before they ship you off? But yeah, so basically her and so after that conversation, he talks to his wife. So the commander and Serena are having a discussion, and they're basically talking about how she's like out of control, and that she tried to get the baby induced, and they told her no, that we can't induce the baby because of the complications that June had prior. So they were just like, there has to be a natural way that we can get the baby to come out. And I was just like, Lord, they finna rape this girl. I already know where they going with this, because had they not given me this warning before the episode started, and I was just like, y'all, can y'all just let June live for one episode before she give birth to this baby? So they have her come downstairs. She's sitting on the bed, and then the commander comes in, and basically they hold her down as she's crying, pleading with him, like, no, please don't. And he basically rapes her. He raped June. He raped June to try to help the baby come down. And Serena, I'm just looking at Serena like, you was really okay with this? Like, this was okay with you? Like, I already know that you're the spawn of Satan and you're pure evil and you have no heart. It's just all ice. But damn, Serena, like, why? You just really make me wonder, like, what happened to you when what happened to you before Gilead to really make you think that half of this shit is okay? So they basically rape her, and June just goes back to her room. And so during the course of all of that happening, we see that Nick is out smoking a cigarette, and we see that Eden goes to throw something in the trash because the Martha was complaining, like, this is such a waste. I went through all of this and we didn't even do the ceremony. And so she goes to throw the stuff away, and the little guard who been looking at her crazy, they be having this weird exchanges. They basically end up kissing, and Nick just watching them kiss. And I guess she sees that he saw them kissing, and she like runs up and just like, I have sinned against you, my husband, please forgive me. And he was just like, okay, it's all right. You cool, we cool. And she was just like, why don't you love me? And then it's just like, as much as Eden annoys me, I feel like the choice of words, the dialogue that they give her really helps to show that she's just a child. Like, even like, why don't you love me? Girl, y'all known each other for what, 2 minutes, and you expect this fool to be in love with you? Like, it's not, no, like, that's not even realistic. Like, stop it. And so, she's like, I know you're in love with the handmaid. And he was like, girl, you crazy. Like, that's treason. I can't do that. And so, but we know he in love with the handmaid. And so she just starts crying. He just like, don't cry. It's okay. Like, I told you, it's okay. Just chill out. And so then we see the next day that the commander goes into June's room and basically tells her to go downstairs and that she deserves this. And I was just like, Lord, what are they finna do now? And so he sends Nick to take her to this house that is far away, because he tells them to be back within 3 hours. And basically we see that Hannah is waiting for her in the most heartbreaking conversation I have seen probably in the whole series. She goes to hug her, and Hannah kind of like, I was like, damn, did Hannah forget her mother? But she remembers her mother, but she's asking her mother, like, why did you not come back for me? I waited for you. I was waiting for you to come and get me, and you never came. Like, are you okay? They hit you on the head. Like, are you doing okay? And then she was like, I see that you're pregnant, but you don't get to keep your baby. So you can see that she kind of understands the world that they're living in today. But to hear your child basically say, like, you disappointed them. You expect your parents to come and get you, to come save you. And her mother basically never came, and there was nothing that her mother could have done. She's tried to escape several times, but it was just so heartbreaking to see Hannah ask her those questions, to see that she's pregnant with another child and she knows her mother's not going to be able to keep that child. And then when they try to separate, and she tells her to make sure that you're good to your new parents, that you live your best life possible. It was just so sad, y'all. It was so damn sad. And so we see that they're kind of separated. And they take Hannah off after June gives her a hug and gives her some encouraging words. And so in the midst of all of this, we see two men come up, and basically Nick tells her to go inside. He takes her inside and he comes out, talks to him. It looks like they shoot him. They either shot him or hit him, and then they took him and then stole the car. And so June is just sitting up here by herself, like pregnant, due any day, like any second, any moment. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like what is going to happen now? I was just like, man, I made myself late to work. I thought I was gonna have time to record, but I didn't, because I actually had a really important meeting with my CEO of my company. But I was just like, damn, this is a good little cliffhanger. I want to see what happens. Like, does she get away? She probably can't get away, but I just need to know, where did they take Nick? Is Nick okay? Like, is she just gonna have this baby by herself? I don't know what's going on, but I was pretty happy with this episode, y'all. You know, it was a lot. Like, I was happy, you know, little Serena and June back and forth, how they hate each other now. And I can't stand Commander Waterford. He just so weak and fragile. It's just, can't stand looking at him, y'all. But I think that's pretty much it. Those are like my thoughts on episode 10, The Last Ceremony, Handmaid's Tale season 2, episode 10. As always, my name is Sharana from Pay Your Way. If you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to me on social media. Make sure you comment on this video. I try my best to make sure I respond to everybody. I promise I won't bite. If you ask me any questions, you reach out to me on social media, I will always get back with you, okay? But as always, I will see you soon.